Hey guys, welcome back to our video on ChatGPT plugin series. So in the Speak plugin, so you can actually learn how to speak anything in another language with Speak. It can be your AI powered tutor. So if you are visiting France, or if you are visiting Germany, or if you're probably visiting some space in Asia and you don't know the language over there, and that's something you want to familiarize, or when you are there you want to figure out what to say in each situation, this is a very useful plugin to use. So let's get started with this. And this is what it can do. It can translate, it can explain a phrase to you, probably said to you in a local language. If you don't know what it means, you can do that. Or if you are trying to achieve something, probably when you are visiting a restaurant or visiting a shop, you don't know what is said to you or what you want to say, probably you can explain task better, and you can also understand contextual meaning. So let's get started with the translate. So Speak plugin can translate specific phrases or words from one language to another. If you want to know how to say good morning in Spanish, Speak plugin can provide you the right translation. So why this is more useful than the traditional ChatGPT? It provides you several ways to say it. So you can decrypt what to say in a business setting to a coworker, or casually to a friend or someone whom you are meeting outside of work. And similarly, it will provide you examples so that you can gain better context to understand that phrase what you are saying better. And you can also provide feedback post the experience if something goes wrong. So let's get started with the prompt, and let's go to ChatGPT. And if you want to enable this, go to plugins, and this is the Speak. You can enable this, and once you install it, you also have to enable that. So let's get started with this. In the meantime, if you don't know what good morning means in Spanish, it is this one. I'm not going to read it. My Spanish is not that great, but this is basically what it is. So let's play it if you want.
Buenos días.
Okay, so that's the word. You have to say it, and it's going to provide you all the context. So what's the informal way of saying it, what's being said between friends, and what you're probably going to do it in this one. And it's also going to give you a conversation of examples to basically understand it better. So after this is done, the next one is a phrase explanation. So we are going to take a French slang or phrases and try to understand what they mean. And let's see how Speak plugin does here. So I have attached a link to you of all the popular French phrases. And this one basically just means strike the iron when it is hot in English. So let's see how the Speak plugin does it. So as we have mentioned, the first one, it's going to provide you three ways of saying it. It's going to provide you examples, and if you find anything wrong, you can always provide feedback here. So we are done with the first one. Let's move on to the second one. And if you're still not sure what this is, let me copy it and prove that to you. Here it is what it is. And we have to select French here in the non-AI way of doing it. So the AI way of doing it is it's going to auto recognize this. This link is available to you, or it's also in the PPT if I forget to attach it. So you just click on this, it will take you to this. There are a variety of it. So you can play around with it, and it's going to give you context here. Cool. So as we mentioned, you can decrypt it yourself what all this are and provide feedback. And I'm pretty sure many of you will not be interested in French. You could be interested in probably other languages beyond this. So, and if you want any of them, here's a list of all the other language phrases. You can click on this and go to your respective languages and you can practice it. So I've taken a superset of languages that my students and my subscribers are from. Those are the ones I'm using it. So let's move on to the third one here, which is explain task. So I'm very sure many of you would have tried Indian food or visited an Indian restaurant, and I can't cover all the languages that are in India. That's very huge, or any other languages globally spoken. The list is very large. So I've taken, let's assume you head to an Indian restaurant in North India or a Punjabi or any other restaurant. Most of them do speak Hindi. So let's see how this tells us what to do. So I want to order food or ask for a menu. How do I do it? In using Speak plugin. So that's the one. That's what this prompt helps us decrypt. And let's see what it is. I can also speak some Hindi part of it. Let me try reading it out to you. I know my Hindi is not that great, but it's decent enough to read stuff out. Okay, मुझे ये order देना है, which means I want to order this. If the order is good, you say कृपया, which means धन्यवाद, thank you. If you want please, you say कृपया. If you want to say thank you, it's धन्यवाद. And yeah, there are variety of stuff. If you are vegan or vegetarian, मुझे शाकाहारी भोजन चाहिए. Or if you are still unsure way to order it, आप क्या suggest करेंगे? What do you suggest to order? And to confirm your order, you can say क्या मेरा order confirm हो गया? Is my order confirmed? So similarly, there are variety of phrases. You can play around with it. And this plugin provides different output. The previous one I had tried here, I had got a completely different output. So I don't know why it's doing that. It's providing different output to the same prompt multiple times. So probably this is a plugin still under development. So after this, the next one is contextual understanding. So it can also take into context of your question. It can be a scenario question, tone, speaking, a specific style, and formality and other qualifiers. So let's assume that you are stuck in an airport and in Frankfurt and you don't speak German or you don't understand German. How would you ask for help? So let's get started with that scenario. And this is the last prompt I would be doing. After this, we are going to wrap up our lecture. I would be attaching all the links and the presentations. I hope you guys will try out in your respective languages. And if you need any help with any of the prompts, do message me or leave comments. I would respond back to you as soon as possible. So basically, that's the one. This is like slightly desperate way of asking for help in an airport. This is a polite and a direct way. It again depends on your situation. If you need to catch your flight in an hour, you don't know where to go, then you are in a desperate situation. If you have probably 3-4 hours to catch your flight, then you are not under duress. Probably you are gonna take the polite way. Or similarly, if you have any friend who is German, then you will probably ask the informal way of asking help. So that covers this plugin. Thank you for joining again.